So it's your treasure hunt. Yeah. Any other questions, comments, concerns before we get started? Glad you guys are all here. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's go ahead and just start in child's pose. So find your way to child's pose, your variation of it. So knees can be wide, knees can be together, somewhere in between. And if it would feel good to you, maybe you roll your head back and forth, your forehead against the ground, just give it a nice little massage. Maybe it would even feel nice to walk your hands to one side and then the other. So any little stretches, little movements, sometimes I like to move my hips from side to side. And then eventually just finding stillness, settling in. Close your eyes. And just start to notice how your body feels on the inside. So notice sensations, physical, energetic, emotional. Notice the rise and fall of your breath. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can. When you think you're full, take an extra little sip at the top. Open mouth side, to let it go, to breathe it out. Do that a couple more times. So great big inhale, fill up. Take that pause at the top. Sip in a little bit extra. And then sigh it out, let it go. It's like you're letting your week just wash off of you one last time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Pause in fullness. Give yourself that extra little sip. And then when you're ready, let it go. Sigh it out. Good, everybody. Now, seal your lips. Begin to cultivate your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So give yourself just a moment to tap into this breath. See if you can make it sound like an oceanic wave moving in and out, or wind moving through trees. See if you can follow your breath with your awareness. As you're ready, no rush. Take your breath with you. Rise up to your hands and your knees, tabletop position. And just start to move in whatever way feels good to you. So intuitively. Maybe you start with some cat-cow. Maybe you circle your hips around. Maybe you just want to sit back into a child's pose and rest there for a moment. And come forward towards cobra, up dog. So stretching through your front body. You can take it back to your child's pose at any time. Maybe you flip your palms to face up. Maybe you spin your fingers to face out or back. So just feeling into your own body, whatever feels good, whatever feels open, and then also whatever feels uncomfortable. Notice that too. Move into those tight spaces, those hard edges. Breathe into them. In your next few rounds, downward facing dog. So you can find your way back as you are ready. No rush. All right, guys, once you're back in down dog, give yourself a few rounds. So maybe pedal it out, shift your weight from side to side, shake your head yes or no. So just feeling into your dog pose from here. Spread your fingers wide and push the ground away. So like you're gripping the ground with the pads of your fingertips. And then see if you can find that lift that comes from your center. So if you come to my classes often, you always hear me talk about that invisible rope. Imagine there's a rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling up towards the ceiling. It's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. Bend your knees a little bit or a lot of bit. Move your hips around, pedal out your heels. So just feeling into it, breathing into it. Good, nice poses, everybody. So if it feels better, especially for this first down dog, bend your knees a lot and just work on lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Nice job, good poses. Take one more great big breath, everybody. And then at the end of your exhale, just slowly crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. So eventually all of the weight comes into your feet about hips width distance apart, or even a little bit wider if you'd like, little or big bend in your knees. If you want to, opposite elbows, grab hold, ragdoll pose. Let your upper body sway side to side. Let it bob up and down. If you want, you can even bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. So notice, where are you holding your weight in your feet? And if you are rocking back into your heels, see if you can rock forward into your toes and the balls of your feet. So your heels stay really light against the ground, and then focus on lifting your sit bones higher. That invisible rope pulls up on your belly button. Good, you guys. Let your breath move all the way up your spinal column, all the way down the backs of your legs. Take one more round. Next time you inhale, find a halfway lift position. So spinal extension, lengthen out. Yeah, exhale, bow and fold. Again, like that, halfway lift. So crown of your head reaches forward, tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Exhale, let it go, fold in. This time come through your halfway lift, rise all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Slow with your breath, high mountain, stretch tall. Take a slow swan dive down. So heart leads, traction out your spine, and relax your neck at the bottom. Yes, beautiful. Halfway lift position, breathe in, lengthen. So feel into that length, breathe into that length. Exhale, fold, let it go. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart, rise up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, maybe gaze up. Hands to your heart center, exhale. One more round, just like that. Half sun salute, inhale, stretch tall. Hands, or slow dive down. Hands can come through your heart center if you like. Sometimes that's a good option if you don't have a lot of space around you. And then halfway lift as you breathe in. So Ardha Uttanasana, see if you can keep the back of your neck long. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, bow in. Now press and rise all the way up. So feet root down, arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to your heart as you exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. Let's get into our side body. So grab your left wrist with your right hand, left palm faces towards the right side of the room, and then upper body over to the right, send your hips to the left. So more weight in your left foot. You might even reach your right tiptoes out to the right. Pull your left shoulder back and down, keep it plugged into the socket. And then energetically with your right arm, pull, gently tug. Resist with your left. So you're keeping your left shoulder back and down. Take one more round, reach. Beautiful. Inhale back through center. Switch your grip. So grab your right wrist. And then as you exhale, up and over, other side. So hips go right. Left tiptoes might reach out to the left. Breathe into your right rib cage, your right waistline. So imagine you can increase the space there just by breathing bigger, deeper. One more round. Nice job. As you inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades hug towards your spine. If you can, start to reach your hands back. Try not to lock out your elbows. If you want more, create a little back bend. So lift your heart up as you reach your knuckles down. Hug in with your inner thighs. Press your hips gently forward. Breathe all the way down into your low belly. Take one more great big huge inhale. Feel that opening in the front of your heart, front of your shoulders. Keep your clasp. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Take it all the way down. Forward fold. So see if you can be in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced for about 2 or 3 deep breaths. Bend your knees a lot if it is helpful. Bring your weight forward into your feet. Let your neck relax. Let your head hang. And then see if you can lift your knuckles higher, lift your butt higher. Yeah, engage through your core. So feel that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. Feel that connection. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms hang for a moment. Give them a little shake out if you want. And then when you are ready on an in-breath, just find your halfway lift. So realigning through your spine. Plant your hands and start to crawl forward until you're in a plank position. So top of your mat, shoulders over wrists. Find your plank. If you want to bring your knees to the ground to modify, that's fine. So once you're there, push the ground away and see if you can take little baby rocks forward and back. It's just like you're sawing through wood with your body. Yeah, it's like you're cutting through a piece of bread, a loaf of bread. Keep your body in the same position, just transfer weight forward and back. Next time you inhale, find that little rock forward. You can come to your knees if you want to modify. Exhale, lower just halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Yes, nice, Chelsea. Inhale, push back up, high plank. You're gonna do that one more time. So as you exhale, little rock forward, lower halfway. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Nice, Katie. Inhale, push up. Slow as you can go. Exhale all the way down. Spiderman Cobra as you breathe in. So hands out wide, lift to your fingertips, elbows face the sky. You got it. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, take a twist to your right and dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, come back to center. You can do this from hands and knees, Bailey, if you want. Exhale, other side, twist. Yeah, go one more time, each direction, moving with your breath. So inhale through center, feel into your shoulder girdle, feel into your front body, back body, side bodies. If you can, stay up on your fingertips and feel the strength even in your hands. Eventually, an inhale brings you back to center. You can stay for as long as you like. When you're ready, downward facing dog. So however you want to make that transition, just do it with awareness. Good, everybody. All right, you've got about 5 breaths here. So feel free to move around any way that you want. Feel free to be still, only the movement of your breath inside. So lots of ways to explore. It can be more obvious or it can be more subtle. You can explore just by breathing into those tight spaces. So get really curious. Even if you've been in this pose hundreds, thousands of times before, how does it feel today? How does it feel in this moment? Can you breathe into all the little tiny spaces? Yeah, good. Lift your butt as high as you can. Lengthen your spine and your side bodies as long as you can. Take one more great big inhale. And then this time, exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat. Step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, find your halfway lift position. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Ha. Now listen, chair pose. So weight in your heels, lift your heart, reach your arms to the sky. Beautiful. So sit back. See if you can pick up your toes, spread them apart. And then as you sit back, rather than rounding your spine and looking down, see if you can find a lift through your heart. Bottom tips of shoulder blades hug towards your spine. And then tone your belly, feel that navel to spine connection. Soften your face, slow, steady breaths. Nice, Mikkel. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, swing just your arms back. So that's the only thing that changes. Arms swing back. Now option to float up to your tiptoes. So rock forward, lift to your tiptoes. Bend your knees more, lift your heels higher. Yeah, take one more round. Stay on your tiptoes if you can. High mountain. So practicing balance all the way up as tall as you can grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, slow dive. So hinge at your hips, take it all the way down. Good. Heels on the ground now. Spinal extension. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. You take your vinyasa however you would like. So add some push-ups, skip it completely, take it on your knees. We'll see you back in down dog. All right, big deep breath. Next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. So right leg back and up, nice. Press down through your fingertips. Press up with your right foot. For this one, see if you can keep your hips square. So inner thighs face each other. I don't care how high your leg goes, but make it strong, straight, and powerful. Try not to sink into your outer left hip. So hug in with your left inner thigh and then lift from your center. Active through your right foot. See if you can make your right leg a little more powerful, stronger, longer. One more in breath. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in, push the ground away. Nice balls. And then exhale to step forward, low lunge. Front knee over front ankle. Rise when you are ready, crescent lunge. So high on the ball of your back foot, square off your hips, and then stability comes by pulling front hip back hip forward. So it's like you're trying to plug the femur bones into the sockets. Your legs, nice bend, are your strong foundation, and then your upper body is your unique expression. So feel into it, spread your fingers. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, grab hold of your left wrist. Side body stretch. So up and over to the right. Keep your hips square. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward energetically. And then breathe down your left side. Yeah. Get into your ribs, into your waistline. Maybe you even feel the stretch in the front of your hip. Take one more great big huge breath. Beautiful, friends. Nice, Bailey. Inhale, come back to crescent lunge, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms and bend your back knee to a hover, turbo lunge. Stay right here, or to modify, back knee can come down gently, just set it down gently. Otherwise, if you want to take it a little further, add a back bend, so curl open, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze, lift your heart. Nice, Yvette. Take one more huge breath wherever you are at your fullest expression. As you inhale back to crescent, option to straighten your front leg just for funsies if you want. Squeeze through your front thigh. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Standing splits, right foot roots, float your left leg to the sky. So think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. That's all it really is. Forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee. Belly button in and up. So find that connection to center. You can stay where you're at, or if you want, you can wrap your right arm behind your right leg. You can play with some handstand hops. Wherever you choose to go, your breath is right there with you. Slow, spacious, powerful, strong, soften your face. You guys look so good. Take one more inhale, maybe lift your left leg higher, maybe spread your toes. Now, as you exhale, left knee to your nose. So curl in just like you're doing a little crunch. Inhale, re-extend your left leg high. And then as you exhale, step your left foot all the way back to the back of your mat. So you're back in your low lunge. Hands to the inside of your right foot. Bring your right foot out to the width of your mat, nice and wide. Yes. And then you can turn your right toes out a little bit if that feels better. Start to lower your upper body towards the ground. You can bring your back knee down or it can stay lifted. That'll be more intense. So you choose. Try not to let your weight fall over to the left. So encourage your weight to the right and slightly forward. Right toes can pivot out to the right. You can also roll onto the outer edge of your right foot if you would like. Try to keep your knee on top of or behind your ankle. So if you need to adjust, walk your front foot a little further forward. Maybe your back knee a little further back. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths. So we're here for a minute. Rather than anticipating, waiting for it to be over, can you just be here? Breathe into it. Allow yourself to feel. Open mouth size anytime you'd like. A rinse, a cleanse, a cooling breath. Couple more rounds. Really good, you guys. So allowing yourself to just sit with sensation, sit with discomfort. Breathe into it. Last big breath. And then come back up to your hands if you're not there already. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Lift your back knee up if it's on the ground. And then take your right foot back so you're in a plank position. From your plank, we're going to move into side plank, facing towards me. So left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. If you want to modify, left knee can come down, no big deal. Also, left forearm could come down. Nice, Eileen. See if you can lift your hips a little bit higher. Good. And then take your left arm forward like you want to touch the front wall. Maybe some of you can. Lengthen through your left side. Breathe into it. Or excuse me, it's your right arm, huh? Right arm forward. Lengthen through your right side. And then maybe float your right foot up, right leg up. Lift your hips even higher. Fullest expression. Give it just one more round. End of your exhale, slow transition plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Find your strength first. Then exhale to slowly lower. Inhale, just a baby cobra. So lift using back strength rather than arm strength. See if you can keep your heart lifted. Float your hands up, reach them back. Float your feet up, reach your toes back. Try not to let your legs come apart. Hug in. Yeah, locust pose. So feel the strength in your back body. Keep lengthening the back of your neck. Good, Rachel. Hug in with your inner thighs. Lengthen with your legs. Spread your toes. Take one more great big breath. Lift, lift, lift. End of your exhale. Release. Beautiful, friends. However you want to get there, downward facing dog. So it might feel nice to move through some cat-cows, to take a quick child's pose. Lay on your belly for just a moment. About 2 or 3 rounds, everybody. Downward facing dog. All right, Ujjayi. Next time you inhale, take your left leg to the sky. So filling into this 3-legged dog, hips square. So I know it's so tempting to just kind of sink into your right hip. It feels a lot easier. Try hugging in with your right inner thigh, I like to stay lifted on the ball of my right foot, my right tip toes. So it kind of feels like I'm gonna pounce forward. I bend my right knee. So feel around, get curious. What does it feel like if you lift your right heel? What does it feel like if you press your right heel towards the ground? What feels more skillful to you? And then can you feel your breath? Spacious, strong, powerful. Can you use it? Take one more big inhale, left leg a little tiny bit higher, longer, stronger. Yes. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in, push the ground away. And then exhale, soft as you can, left foot steps through low lunge. Nice work. Rise when you're ready. Crescent lunge. You can take your time. Nice reach. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Plug in. So front hip pulls back energetically, back hip pulls forward energetically. Low abdominals tone. And as you tone your belly, so as you feel that navel to spine connection, you should also feel your spine grow a little longer, your heart lift a little higher. Maybe reach through your fingertips, maybe even a little gaze up. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, grab hold of your right wrist and then side body stretch. So think up and over to the left. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward energetically. So you're still squeezing through your inner thighs. Yes, beautiful. Breathe into your right side, create more space with your breath. One more round, bigger, deeper, strong through your legs, reach through your upper body. Inhale, come back to center. Release your grip, turbo lunge. So cactus your arms, bend your back knee to a hover, or you can set your back knee down to modify. Stay here or add your back bend. So curling open comes from your mid and your upper back, not so much your low back. Low back is strong, your core is supporting it. So navel to spine connection, take one more round. Good, inhale back to crescent lunge. Option to straighten your front leg if you want, just for fun. So squeeze your front thigh. Yeah, exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Good work, standing splits. Left foot is your base, right leg floats high. Spread through your right toes or make your right foot active in some way. Good, Caleb. Forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee. And if you'd like, you can bring hand behind ankle, forearm behind calf, elbow behind knee. Use that as leverage. So press arm into leg, leg back into arm. See if you can fold further as you exhale. If you want to play with handstand hops, you feel comfortable in the middle of the room, you're welcome to do so. So just being present, feeling into it, working the pose in your way. Stay active through your right foot. Stay connected to your center. Stay connected to your breath. Take just one more big inhale. Maybe lift a little higher. Nice, Jamie. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So curl in like you're doing a little crunch. Round your spine. Inhale, re-extend your right leg up. And then slowly and softly step your right foot all the way back. Low lunge again. Hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out to the width of your yoga mat. Good job. And then eventually just start lowering your upper body down. So let your heart melt. You can spin your left toes out to the left. You can pivot onto the outer edge of your left foot. Back knee stays lifted or comes down. It's up to you. Try not to collapse over to the right. I know it's tempting. Try to encourage your weight to the left and even slightly forward. Big breaths. Nice, Cam. Open mouth exhales anytime. So if this is uncomfortable, welcome to the club. This is one of the most uncomfortable poses in yoga for many people. See if you can just settle into that. Breathe around it. Soften around it. So teaching your body that even when it's uncomfortable, it's okay. It's safe. You can relax. Longer exhales. Take about 3, 4 more. So we don't come to yoga. We don't show up on our mat to be comfortable. We show up on our mats to get uncomfortable, to learn how to sit with that. Take one last breath, biggest breath, open mouth exhale if you'd like. Rise up to your hands if you're not there already. Lift your back knee if it's on the ground. and then work your left foot back. So you're gonna be in a plank position. From your plank, side plank on your right hand this time. So Vashisthasana, right hand is your base. Either roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot or right knee can come down to modify. Yes, beautiful. Option to take your left arm forward. So working that length in your left side body. Nice, Katie. And then maybe float your left leg up. As you float your left leg up, lift your hips even higher. Where's your breath? Can you still feel it? Slow, steady, powerful. One more round, soften around the posture. So give it everything you've got, then soften your outer shell, end of your exhale, plank or modified. Slow transition back. Take an inhale to prepare, push the ground away, little tiny rock forward onto your tippy toes, or knees can come down. Exhale all the way to your belly. Good. Start with your baby cobra again. So lifting your heart, use your back strength rather than arm strength. Float your hands up right away, reach them back. Float your feet up, reach them back. So right into our locust pose. And then you can choose to stay here, or maybe you interlace your fingers. Maybe you even bend your knees and grab hold of your feet or your ankles, going for your full floor bow. So your fullest expression of your belly back bend. Give it 2 more rounds of breath. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Yes, good work. One last big inhale. Awesome, Sarah. And let it go. You can relax for just a moment. Feel your front body against the ground. In your next 3 to 5 rounds, however you want to make the transition, downward facing dog. Reconnect to your Ujjayi breath, slow, spacious, powerful. Good, everyone. And as you move back into your down dog, just feel into the energy inside your body, the energy that we've been stirring up. Take some energy from the ground. Feel the energy around you, the energy of being in community. It's something that we don't feel nearly as often anymore. So take it in, feel into it, breathe into it. Beautiful down dogs. I love it. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, find your halfway lift position, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. All right, chair pose. So weight in your heels, bend your knees a lot, lift your heart, reach up. Everybody, bring your feet about hips width distance apart if they're not already. And then we're gonna take a twist. So left hand comes down in between your feet, right arm to the sky, twist towards the right side of the room. Try to keep your knees nice and level, nice and even, flush with one another. Good, and then keep reaching both sit bones back. Stay right here, breathe into it, work your twist with each exhale. If you would like, half bind, full bind, or if Bird of Paradise is in your practice, you feel warmed up enough, you're welcome to go for it. Everybody, about 3 more deep breaths. This is another one of those poses. It's so uncomfortable. Breathe into it. Work it with your breath. Soften around it. Your variation. Nice work, friends. If you're in Bird of Paradise, slowly start coming back down. Everybody, one last breath. Give it everything you've got. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. End of your exhale, forward fold, unwind. All right, feet still, hips width distance apart. Bend your knees as much as you need to wrap your peace fingers. So index finger and middle finger wrap around your big toes. See if you can keep your fingers wrapped. Maybe you need to bend your knees a lot for this. Inhale, halfway lift. So with your fingers connected, try to lengthen your spine, reach forward through the crown of your head, press back through the tops of your thighs, stick your butt out. Exhale, work your fold. So crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Even as you hold onto your big toes, try to keep your weight just slightly forward, and then navel to spine. Feel that connection, work it. Big breaths, just about 2 more. So each exhale, use the leverage of your arms. So see if you can reach your elbows out to the sides just a bit. Each exhale, navel to spine, dive deeper, fold further. Last round here. Next inhalation, halfway lift position. So release your toes, realign. Good job, friends. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Now listen, pause here, one arm at a time. Come down to your forearms, forearm plank. Good. So shoulders over elbows. Elbows should be no wider than your shoulders. You can interlace your fingers for a little less intensity, or palms down, forearms parallel for more intensity. Spread your fingers wide and especially press down into thumbs and index. Stay right here, friends, or dolphin pose. Walk your toes towards your elbows. Start to lift your hips really, really high. Yeah, so that invisible string, that invisible rope, it's pulling up even more. Keep squeezing your elbows in. Keep pressing down through the belly of your forearms. Get your hips as high as possible. Walk your toes as close as possible. Stay here or take your right leg to the sky. Yes, good. About 2 or 3 more rounds of breath. If you want to take little hops towards forearm stand, you're welcome to do so. Be playful. You never have to arrive anywhere. If you're holding, strong, steady breath. 1 more, everyone. Open mouth sigh if you want it. Ah. Right foot down, knees down. Everybody sit back and rest. Child's pose. Embryo pose might feel nice as well. Take your hands back to grab your heels, or just let your palms face the sky. So soften now everything. Soften through your face, your neck, your shoulders. Good. Feel the ground, its stability, its steadiness. Take energy from it. Downward facing dog as you're ready. All right, my friends, from your down dog, inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-legged down dog. This time, we're gonna open our hips. So try not to move through your hands or your shoulders. Bend your right knee, reach your right knee out and up. So it's like your right hip is a hinge on a door. Your right leg is the door, it just swings open. Squeeze through your outer right glute, flex through your right toes. Imagine there's a rolled up washcloth behind your right knee and you're trying to squeeze it and wring it out. Take 1 more big inhale. See if you can lift your right knee just a tiny bit higher. Hold here if you want. Otherwise, exhale, right knee, left elbow, or as close as you can come. Use your obliques. Inhale, 3-legged dog. You can scorpion that leg if you want to. Open it up. Exhale, right to right. So go for your armpit, knee to armpit, maybe even bend your elbows, add a little push-up. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Stretch it out. Open your hip if you want. Last one, knee to your nose. So just scoop out your belly, then step through low lunge. All right, from your low lunge, we're going into revolved lunge. We're taking another twist. So left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky. You can use a block under your left hand, or you can come up to your left fingertips. Good. So feel that twist coming from your center. Find stability through your legs. You can either stay here in your revolved lunge, or option to turn it into a revolved triangle variation. So you might scoot your left hand back just a little bit. Start to lift your right sit bone up, 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 and press back through the top of your right thigh. So working that front leg towards straight, keep squeezing your inner thighs. Try to stay balanced on the ball of your back foot, so back foot is strong, active, back leg is strong. Yes, twist from your center, ring out, lots of length. Reach up even higher with your right fingertips, possibly gaze up. Take 1 last round, huge breath. Good work. End of your exhale, let it go. Walk your hands over the left long edge of your mat for a wide-legged straddle, and just go absolutely anywhere that feels good to you for about 5 rounds of breath. So you can work your wide-legged fold, or you can move around a bit, explore a bit, get curious. Working the length in the backs of your legs. Try not to rock back into your heels. And then stay present, stay here. If your mind wanders, that's fine, but just notice it. And then come back over and over again. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. Good job, you guys. All right, fingertips on the ground. Start to crawl your hands forward again. So coming back into your low lunge. And then just step your back foot forward, coming into a forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift position. So realigning your spine, lengthen. Exhale, bow. All right, chair pose. So weight in your heels, bend your knees, lift your heart, reach up, sit back. Take a moment to settle in, feet hips width distance apart, so adjust if you need to. Make sure all 10 toes face forward, and then we're gonna twist to the window. So right hand comes down in between your feet, left arm to the sky. Keep reaching your butt back. Keep your knees as level, as flush as you can. And then you can stay here, work the pose, breathe just like this. Or half bind, full bind, bird of paradise, if that's in your practice, if you feel like going there. Everybody, if you're holding your twisted chair, keep your weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Twist, breathe all the way down into your belly and work your twist. Nice reach. Really good. Awesome, Erin. Beautiful, my friends. 1 or 2 more rounds. Lengthen through your spine if you're holding your twisted chair. End of your next exhale. Let's bring it into a fold. So let it all go. Good work. You can kind of pedal out your heels for a moment. All right. Bend your knees, probably a lot for most of you. Bring your arms to the outsides of your legs, hands behind ankles, forearms behind calves, elbows behind knees. So you might have a huge bend in your knees. It might feel like you're in chair pose again. Arms behind your legs. Once you've got that, start to lift your butt up as you press your arms into your legs and your legs back into your arms. So use that leverage. Press arms into legs, legs into arms, lift your butt. Belly button towards your spine. Press back through the very, very, very tops of your thighs. Crown of your head towards the ground. Just 2 more breaths. Breathe all the way up the length of your spine, all the way down the backs of your legs. Work your fold so it's an active fold. Really good. Nice job. With your next inhale, spinal extension. Lengthen out. Realign. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Pause in your plank pose. Lower down to your forearms 1 more time. So forearm plank, elbows under shoulders, forearms either parallel for more or interlace your fingers for just a little bit less. So find that connection to center first, navel to spine, you're strong. When you are ready, start to walk your toes towards your elbows. And like that rope is just pulling up on your belly button, your hips lift super high. Yes. So hips as high as possible, spine as long as possible. Keep squeezing in with your elbows. Keep pressing down through the belly of your forearms. Really nice. Stay where you're at or left leg to the sky. Use your left leg to take weight out of your upper body. Awesome, Chris. You can stay or you can play little hops if it's in your practice, if you feel comfortable. They can be teeny tiny hops, a millimeter above the ground. Just playful. You guys look so good. Take 1 last breath. Super strong. Soften around it. End of your exhale, let it go. Nice Yvette, left foot down, knees down. Take a rest. Everything softens. Your next couple of breaths, downward facing dog. As you move back into your down dog, fire up your ujjayi. So if you've lost it, if your breath is sped up, or if it's become really short, slow it down, smooth it out. I like to think of my breath as my second wind. It's powering me from the inside. So when my body's tired, my muscles are fatigued, my breath is still right there. It's still powerful, strong. So use it, hone in on it. From your down dog, next inhale, take your left leg to the sky. Beautiful. Try not to shift through your hands or your shoulders. Open up your hip. So bend your knee, good Sarah. Reach your knee out to the left and then up. So you feel it just peel open. Squeeze through your outer left butt cheek. And then imagine that rolled up washcloth. It's behind your left knee and you're trying to squeeze it and wring it out. Make your left foot active. See if you can lift your left knee a little higher. Press down through all 10 fingertips. One more inhale. Now as you exhale, option, left knee, right elbow. You don't have to take it. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged dog. You can open your hip if you'd like. Beautiful, friends. Left to left, as high as you can get on your left arm with your exhale. Good. Inhale, back up, stretch, maybe open. Last one, knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, empty out, then step forward, low lunge position. Revolved lunge is where we're headed. So right hand on the ground or a block, left arm to the sky, twist. So use your core to work your twist. Keep your legs strong. Twist from your center. Stay where you are at, or if you want to, option to turn it into that variation of revolved triangle. So start to straighten your front leg. Lift through your left sit bone. Yeah, press back through the top of your left thigh. Good job. Back leg and back foot stay strong. Keep squeezing your inner thighs. Keep twisting, wringing out. One more round, your fullest expression. Lots of length, lots of space. Very end of your exhale, let it go. Bring your hands over to the right long edge of your mat. So over towards me. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs, and go wherever you want for a few rounds. So you can do what you did before. You can do something totally different on this side. Just slow, spacious breath. Breathe into that length in the backs of your legs. Yeah, good variation. All right. Take one more round. Finish where you're working. And then fingertips on the ground. Slowly crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So realigning through your spine. Exhale, bow, let it go. Reach through your feet all the way to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky, stretch it out. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's flow with breath for just a moment. Inhale, high mountain. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale over to the right, send your hips to the left. Inhale through center, switch your grip. Other side, exhale up and over. Inhale back to center. Baby back bend, cactus your arms. Exhale, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, realign, reach high. And then hinge at your hips, slow dive, traction it out all the way down. Beautiful, halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, however you want to make your transition back to down dog. So move through your vinyasa, skip it. See you back in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Taylor. All right, friends. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose. Right shin comes forward, set your body down gently. So if you know that this pose works better for you on your back or in a seat, you can take it there instead, always. Give yourself a moment to set yourself up. Right hip pulls back, so you want to plug the femur bone into the socket. Left hip pulls forward, and then bow. We'll be here for about 7 to 10 rounds, so probably a little bit longer than you would like. Just use your exhales to relax around the pose. Soften through your face, through your forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, jaw. Good. Soften your heart. How would that feel? About 3 or 4 more. Open mouth exhales anytime. Bless you. All right, one more round where you're at. Slowly start to lift your upper body. And then we're coming into a seat today. So nice and easy. Sit over onto your right butt cheek, let your hips open, and then swing your back leg around. Okay, once you've got your back leg out in front of you, bring both legs out in front of you and just give them a little shake out. Take your right knee towards your chest. Left leg stays extended, and then right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Hug your knee in, sit up super tall. Reach your right arm to the sky, inhale. And then exhale, twist to your right. Right hand comes down behind you, gaze over your right shoulder. You can leave your left hand where it's at, use it as gentle leverage. Or if you want to latch your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh or knee, Feel free. Try to sit up as tall as you can. So rather than leaning back onto your right hand, imagine you're trying to press up and out of your right fingertips. Lengthen. Broaden your collarbones. Yeah. One more round. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. End of your exhale, unwind your upper body and bring your hands over to your left side. For a moment, just take a little bow. So let your spine round. And I even like to push my hands into the ground like I'm pushing the ground away. And really round, even kind of turn towards the back of the room. So this should feel good. It's a little counter twist. Yeah, feel into it. Breathe into it. One more big breath. And then rise up. Okay, watch me. Hopefully you can see me from where you're at. I wish I had a better spot to be in, but just for funsies, and you absolutely don't have to do this if you don't want, but we're gonna play with an arm balance. So you're already in the position for it. Right foot is here, and you really wanna think of stepping onto your right foot. That's gonna be a big help. Your left hand is gonna come off the left side of your mat, and then your right hand reaches down to grab either your left foot. I like the outer edge. If you can't grab your foot, you can grab ankle, shin, or just as low as you can reach on your leg. So the trick of this is you have to do everything simultaneously. So simultaneously, I'm gonna step on my right foot, I'm gonna press into my left hand, chaturanga with my left arm, and I'm gonna reach my butt back. So it's gonna look like this. It's called baby grasshopper. It's really not that hard, but you just have to find all of those pieces and put them together at the same time, if that makes sense. So if you want to play, grab your right foot, or that's your left foot, grab your left foot with your right hand, left hand off the side of your mat, and think of reaching your butt back. So left arm is chaturanga, stand on your right foot. Yeah, you got it, Rach. Butt back, core engaged. Yes, 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 yes. Good, good, good. Baby grasshoppers, I see you. Okay. Nice, Halls. As James Hardy likes to say, when the love is lost, let it go. Give your legs a little shake out. Is it okay? Is it convulsing? Don't go too crazy, y'all. When you are done, you guys, we'll meet back in down dog. So you can give your legs a little shake out if you want to take a boat pose, cross your ankles, jump back, any way you want to get back. Does not have to be fancy. Move through vinyasa if you want one. Just enjoy. All right, back to your down dog, back to your ujjayi. Slow it down. Feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice. All right, inhale your left leg high. Pigeon pose, left shin forward, set your body down gently. Good, Sarah. So take your time, left knee towards the outer left edge. Plug the femur bones in. So left hip pulls back, right hip forward. Good, Andrew. Keep a little activation through your front toes. And feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel the expansion and contraction. Soften your face, your neck, your shoulders. Again, how would it feel if you could soften your heart, just energetically even? About 4 or 5 more rounds on this side, all the way down into your hips. Open mouth exhales anytime. Good, everyone. One last massive breath here. Bigger than you thought you could breathe. Slowly begin to lift your upper body. And then find your way gently into a seat. So sit over onto your left butt cheek, swing your right leg around. Take both legs out in front of you for a moment. Give them a gentle shake out if it would feel good. And then right leg extends, stays extended. Left knee draws in. Left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Flex your right toes, so that extended leg. Make sure your toes are active. Flex. Hug your left knee in. Sit up super tall. Take your left arm to the sky. Breathe in. Reach high. And then as you exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes down behind you. You can use your right hand just where it's at as gentle leverage. Or if you're able to, if it's available to you, right elbow to the outside of left knee. Try not to lean back onto your left hand. So even if you took your left hand off the ground, you should be able to hold this position for a split second at least. Good. Inhale to lengthen. Good modification, Bailey. Exhale to twist. Take about 2 more. Lengthen through your spine and your neck. Broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. Very, very end of your next exhale. So take it all the way to empty, then slowly unwind your upper body. Bring your hands over to your right side for a moment and just take your little bow. So let your spine round. This should feel good. And I like to actively push my hands into the ground and kind of turn towards the back just a little bit. It just makes it a little deeper for me personally. So feel into your pose, feel into your body. One more breath all the way down into your low back. End of your exhale, lift your upper body. Now we get to play if you want. So you're already set up. Right hand off the edge of your mat. Left hand reaches down to grab your right foot, ankle, or calf as low as you can reach. Remember, you want to step on your left foot, press into your right hand, and then stick your butt out behind you. Use your core. So find that navel to spine connection. Maybe, maybe not. Look at Cam. Oh my gosh, he's pro. Nice, Maddie. Cam never does yoga. This is his first yoga class. Good job, everybody. Baby grasshoppers. Okay. When the love is lost, nice job, right? Let it go. So take your legs apart, give them a little shake out, and then go ahead and come all the way down onto your back. Nicole's full grasshopper. Can't help herself. Not today. All right, once you're on your back, friends, take a moment, just a little micro Shavasana, laying in Shavasana, or if it would feel good, you can take your arms overhead, like a full body stretch, but just relaxing there. Give yourself this time to just soften. Just let the ground hold you, to let your spine kind of settle. Feel the space in between each little vertebra in your spine. Good. And then let's set up for one last heart opener. So I will cue for bridge. If there is a different heart opener that you would like to take, feel free. So feet on the ground with your knees bent. Feet hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face directly forward. Arms by your sides. You're coming with me to bridge. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up. And inhale to peel your spine off of your mat, one vertebra at a time. When you reach the top of your bridge, you choose where you want to go. Maybe you interlace your fingers, work your shoulders further underneath you. Maybe you take robot arms. If you come to my class often, then you know those little lifts and lowers you can do with your butt. So about 5 to 7 breaths total, just feeling into that opening in your front body, working that opening in the front of your hips, stretching through the tops of your thighs. So imagine you're trying to reach your knees and your shins forward towards the front of the room. Last couple of rounds. Thanks, Jamie. If you do have your shoulders underneath you, start to work them out from under you. I like to reach my arms straight up towards the ceiling to come down, so you could try that if you want. On an exhale, when you're ready, just one vertebra at a time, lowering yourself down. And then once you're back in neutral spine position, take either some windshield wipers with your knee side to side, or just any supine twist of your choice. You can go a few times to each side if you're taking windshield wiper, and then rest on one side for a few breaths, rest on the other side for a few breaths. If you're taking just a regular supine spinal twist of your choice, give yourself about 4 or 5 rounds on each side. As we wind down, just let the ground hold you. If you're taking a supine twist and you're still on the first side, switch to the other side. And then friends, after you are done with your twists or your windshield wipers, happy baby to finish off our practice. You can rock it out in your happy baby. You can stretch one leg out long and the other. If there are any other finishing poses, any final movements you feel like you need for your practice, to complete your practice for you, take some time to move through them. Maybe one last inversion. Maybe you want to give your knees a big squeeze. Maybe just rolling out your wrists, your ankles. So as you feel complete, no rush, slowly start guiding your body into your final relaxation. So that might be the traditional corpse pose, legs extended, arms by your sides. Maybe there's another position that feels a little more restful, supportive for you. So maybe a fetal position. Maybe you want to bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. As you settle in, friends, I have a reading for you. It's by Jeff Foster. He says, we have all had at least a taste of it, the falling away of everything. It can happen anywhere, at any time, during a walk through the park, or while listening to your favorite piece of music, or while looking into the eyes of a loved one. All past and future fall away. All ideas of a future attainment, a future happiness, a future enlightenment simply dissolve into the vast open space which embraces everything. In that falling away, there is a simplicity, an intimacy, a freedom without a name. It's totally beyond words, and yet it's as obvious as breathing. It's a glimpse into what you really are, beyond any story about who you are or what you are. So letting go of stories, letting go of labels, just feeling into that part of yourself underneath it all, your essence, your nature, feeling into your wholeness. So your very, very center, that deepest part of you, so small, and at the same time, so vast, so infinite, so expansive. So feel into that, feel rooted, grounded, centered, vast, expansive, spacious at the same time for these last few moments of class. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in.